Hello, hello everyone, and welcome to stream. Oh my god. I'm EP. I'm tired. Hello everybody. How are you doing today? I'm here like always. Of course, Evie, you're like always here. Hello everybody. How are you doing today? How is the vibe? Is my music like dead? Oh no, it's still going. It's just really quiet. Let's do that. How are you? I'm good. I'm EP. I'm just tired. That's all. Thank you, Joe. May the 4th be with you as well. Ooh, alcohol markers. Let's go. Moderating, you know, the usual. Super true. Alright, but today, as the stream title says, we're going to be designing a Star Wars character. You guys voted for a Kaminoan. I went to go and Google Star Wars aliens because I'm not going to draw a human. And I thought, which one of these looks interesting? And I was like, I like these ones. I think these ones are kind of silly. But I drew a bunch of... I drew a bunch, I essentially just picked which ones I thought were the coolest looking, and I was like, we're gonna go with these guys. So you guys picked Kaminoan. I know those ones. Those ones I actually do know, because I remembered seeing them in the Clone Wars, and that's, like, it. But, like, I don't know any of the lore, so if anybody's, like, an extreme, like, Star Wars fan, like, feel free to, like, lore dump for me, so that I can, like, gain the knowledge. But alright, before we get going... You guys kind of know the drill, but this time is going to be a little different because the script is different, so I don't think I'll be able to do it as fast as I usually do. But if you didn't know, our growing community is filled with tons of art nerds, and we art nerds have to stick together. So if you're an art nerd too, be sure to check the links to our social media in the description below. Wrong one, hang on. Links to our social media in the description below. And check out our website for our class offerings where you can get critique, guidance, and encouragement from our instructors, because we're not just a YouTube channel, we are a school of illustration. I also want to personally thank our incredible Patreon and YouTube members who support us in making free art and education content. Members get access to tons of perks like exclusive chats with our creators, weekly live critiques on Discord, class recordings, digital working files for our streams, and discounts on our live programs that have a limited amount of spots. So if you want to help us support the channel or accelerate your learning, consider becoming a member. Not bad, I think. For the first time reading that one, not the worst. I think that that's pretty good. Not bad for a first time reading it, I think. You know? I mean, that was pretty alright. Kinda slipped up a couple times there, but that's alright. But before we get into the meat of the B+, thank you. Script change, real. Before we get into the illustration portion of the stream, we have submissions! It's art submissions time. It is May. May means we have a new theme. May Blooms is our theme for this month of May. If you would like to submit your work to be possibly showcased on stream, be sure to join the Discord, submit your work. That goes along with the theme of the month. May blooms, a lot of like flowers and just general spring. That was a crazy voice break right there, by the way. But like flowers and just general, you know, like springtimey kind of vibes, you know, take a look at it. First one is by Chi Flame, our very own Chi Flame, who we see a lot. Love your work as always. Beautiful, beautiful work. Loving the like my favorite personal color combo. I love red and cyan. My favorite complementary palette. Beautiful stuff. Loving the dragons in the far background. Loving the stark red against that cyan. Looks so good. Really loving that sword on this character. It's super cool. But yeah, excellent work as always, Chi Flame. Thank you so much for submitting. Next one is by Crystal in the Discord. I am a huge fan of giant pigtails. Love this character. I think they're super cute. They're kind of feeling, it's kind of giving, like they're dressed for like rave season. And as like a rave girly myself, I very much appreciate it. Looks really, really cute. Love the peekaboo hair that this character has going on. Really smooth way of illustrating hair. Well done. Thank you so much for submitting. And this next one, this final one, is by Keeks in the Discord. I think I just saw them leave. I'm so sorry. you have to find out later. This is super cute. I love this character. They're so cute in a little, like, sunflower field. I believe they said it was their OC. In fields of sunflowers. We got a lot of witches. A lot of, like, spring witches recently. I'm like, I enjoy it. I enjoy the trend. I enjoy the vibes. Because they're all very, very adorable. Super cute. I'm a huge fan of huge honkin' ears. Because what is the point of having pointy ears if they're not going to be larger than life? So, excellent choice with that as well. But thank you so much for submitting. And thank you to the 3 of you for submitting your work for this week. Again, if you would like to submit your work on the Discord in relation to this month's theme, there's a chance that you will be displayed at the beginning of streams. So, !Discord, come join us, vibe with us on the Discord, and hang out with other art nerds if you haven't had the chance yet. Alright. Well, let's see. Now, Kaminoan critters, these aliens, these, like, hello. Only 3? Yeah, only 3 this time. We wanna speed up the process a little bit getting into stream, so only 3 for me. Exactly. What is the point of having pointy ears if those ears are not going to be huge? I will always... Okay, before we actually get to this drawing, right? My biggest pet peeve is if you have, like, an elven character, and it's, like... This sucks. But, like, let's say, like, we have, like a character, right? And this is, like, the human, right? This is, like, the human ears, and then you have the elf, and the elven ears are, like this. And that's it. I understand, okay, D&D nerds, I understand that is rules as written, and rules as written sucks. That's so boring. I will always have that pet peeve. What is the point if they are not, like, huge honkin' elf ears, right? It's why it's... Listen, that's why they're called knife ears. They should look like knives. Regardless. Owl House, they're pointy, but, like, still really... Exactly! Big ears, my beloved! Exactly! Okay, I should look at what Kaminoans look like. Kaminoans are kind of funny because they're like tall and long, you know? They look like this. Let's just snap this over here so I can, like, really quickly copy paste some more references. They're like tall and long, and I was like, I kind of enjoy this shape language. That's what I want to work off of. Do I know any lore about Kaminoans? Nope. But I think that they're silly looking. Again, if any Star Wars nerds are in chat right now, feel free to, like, lore dump on me, because I'm like, I don't know any of this stuff. I have a very, very basic, like, idea of a lot of Star Wars. I grew up with it with my dad, but, like, my dad is the really big Star Wars, Star Trek fan. I think I know Transformers a bit better. I think. If we're going off of sci-fi. I know Transformers and I know Voltron a little better. Someone's character with huge ears and making them even bigger. Fantastic! I have the same thing with, I have an elf commission. I've got a couple elves that I got commissioned to do, so I'm excited to do those as well. Never watched Star Wars movies 1, 2, or 3. I don't know who these guys are. Oh, you haven't watched 1, 2, or 3? Keep it that way. Okay, maybe just, like, watch, like, a summary of the 3 of them, because Star Wars 1, 2, and 3 are a little hard to watch. That's what these guys are in. These guys are in, one of them. What's your problem with putting on a pullover shirt or sweater? True. Okay. Let's see. So, again, I don't really know the lore of these guys, but I'm designing a character for them, so I probably should have looked into the lore, but that's okay. I'm going purely based off of, like, just visuals. I am the kind of person who loves drawing merchants, so I think I'm gonna do that. I'm feeling some kind of, like, merchantile vibe. Because, like, I've only ever seen these guys is, like, very sleek. Like, just looking at, like, them visually. Like, they're very sleek. Kind of, like the smooth sort of sci-fi. And I'm like, I like junk sci-fi, though. So I'm like, I'm kind of feeling like maybe this guy had to, like, leave at some point. And, like, now he's, like, a merchant selling stuff far away. Fortnite are legit though, if you like that sort of thing. They belong. I've watched all of the Star Wars movies. Like, I have seen every single one. I'm not, like, obsessed with them, so I don't, like, remember them that well. They're long. Exactly. Lives in the slums slinging goods. Exactly. Like, maybe he's just, like, that kind of vibe, you know? I am also a huge fan of alien design, where it's like, they don't fit within, like, our sort of perceived idea of what male and female is supposed to look like. Oh, that's why this isn't working. So I'm like, I appreciate Kaminoans a lot for that reason. I voted for this one. Vibes. I've watched them all, forgot most of it, still love it anyway. Same! I'm like, I like the movies, I just don't remember them that well, is all. I do like it, yeah. I'm just a sucker for the creature designs in Star Wars. I do like the critters. I like the critters a lot. I enjoy the critters of Star Wars greatly. I don't know if these guys have teeth. Genuinely. I'm like, I don't know if I should, like, draw them, like, teeth. I'm like, I don't know if you have teeth or not. These are, like, as close to, like, the gray aliens, I think, as they ever got. With, like, Star Wars aliens. Ferengi in Star Trek, huge ears. Alright, Ferengi. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I know these ones. Weirdly enough, I think I know Star Trek better than Star Wars, just because my dad watches Star Trek, like, every night, and I, like, see him watch it. So I'm like, I know the names of the characters, just maybe, like, I know, like, in terms of, like, just scaling, I think I recognize more, like, Star Trek character names than Star Wars character names, you know, if that makes sense. Did you have to Google it? Yeah. Kevin, you are very different from a lot of our worker base here at Wing Canvas. It's like we're, like, a lot of us are very much, like, anime, kind of, like, newer age video game kind of people. Just such a nerd. No, listen, I'm a nerd too, but I'm a different kind of nerd. There's a different sort of thing, you know? I'm the kind of nerd where you could show me screenshots from any episode of Kirby Right Back At You and I could tell you exactly what happened in that episode. That's the kind of nerd I am. Or like how Hunter x Hunter was my Roman Empire for a while, stuff like that, you know? I'm running nerd Jessie will get into my level, don't worry. I tell about anything. Well-rounded nerd. No, you're not. Here's the deal. Sorry, that was mean. You are extremely a nerd, alright? It's like, I think I'm just a different type of nerd where I'm like an internet age kind of nerd. Right? The last time we were talking about, like videos and whatnot, you told me that the last cat meme you had ever seen was the "if I fits, I sits," and I think that sent me into a whiplash. I think that gave me whiplash. You know? Cause I'm like, it's true. I was like, do not. Do you see the chat? Like, oh, what? I'm like, I'm sitting here like weird boomer nerd. Exactly. That's it. And boomer nerd is a different kind of nerd that I am not. I'm too young for, I guess. Use Discord, yeah. Our company Wing Canvas is run off of Discord, so we all communicate off of Discord. To a true boomer nerd, yeah, boomer nerds. I am like I'm a newer age nerd, I think. They do have the triple joints. Excellent. What time are the online lessons? Depends. So it depends on which instructor you go for. Depends on like what you want to learn, stuff like that. My classes specifically, both of mine happened right before stream. So my two classes are my mentorship class and my digital illustration or digital art class, foundations. Our digital art foundations class, and that one is at like my digital art foundations is from 10:30. Nope, that's not right. 10 to 11:30. There it is. 10 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, and then my digital illustration class is from 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard every Saturday. Is there any kind of art class? Yeah. Well, not any kind. What are we running right now? I believe, let me check for you. What is running currently... Nope, wrong channel. What is running currently is Digital Art 1 with Iggy, Animation Mentorship with Josh, Cartooning Anime 1 and 2 with Iggy, Drawing and Painting Mentorship with Faye, My Digital Art Foundations 2 and Digital Illustration, and Drawing Foundations 2 with Josh. Drawing Foundations is a very broad sort of like just drawing in general. But yeah, we do not teach fine arts. Discord is free and the classes you pay for. Long Neck like the Teacher and Little Nightmares 2. I played both Little Nightmares 1 and 2. I love them both. Me personally, I think I preferred 1, but I love them both dearly. I think that they are amazing games. Those monster designs are to die for. I think I lost my mind when I saw the teacher. I was so happy. I was like the monster, just the teacher was my everything. I was so happy. I was like, oh! I was like, this design is so cool. There was a point, spoilers, I guess, this game has been out for years. There was a point like what do you call it? The dolls in like the hospital room. That was like, I find, it was scary at first, but like, I'm not scared of dolls. I love dolls. I was really hyped, but then the mechanics in that area were kind of wonky. So I got more frustrated than I did scared. It took me way too long to get past that section. I was like, oh! Right, but I mean, after maybe 3 hours, I did it. Great game, though. Excellent game. I like the first one best because I love the ending. Fair enough. It's also a cool ending. Watch Markiplier play the second one. He's got fear of mannequins. Yeah, no, I watched Markiplier. I was like part of like the, oh my god, now I sound old. I've been watching Markiplier since like 2014. So it's been 2014, 2013, kind of around that era. So it's been a long time. Really clean. Thank you. I am the type of artist who is very straight ahead. So I'm like, I don't do a lot of diagram lines anymore. Oh, they have 3 fingers. My bad. Really fast. Thank you. In 2018 or something? Vibes. Happens when you learn your fundies, friends. That and just a general amount of a lot of practice. I also like would do exercises that like focused like heavily on speed. So it's like that's what I did a lot in high school. Was I just had a lot of like fundamentals that focused really heavily on like drawing fast. So that's kind of like my thing. I'm like I really like drawing fast. He doesn't draw the circle. What, for like the head? I do. I do sometimes. Unless you're talking about a different circle that I just don't know. What are they selling? I'm feeling like it's just like one of those like trinket people. Like, you know, like the people who walk around, they're like, ooh, I've got something that you'll like. And then they just pull out something totally random. Like just a really random kind of merchant. Nothing too like specific. The kind of guy who is like, I know a guy, you know? I'm feeling like he would sell just a lot of random jargon, you know? Space spatula. I don't know what else to put. I'm like, yeah, this is spatulas in space. For 5 minutes, a bam, merchant card appeared. It's just straight lines. You just have to hold shift. It's straight lines. That's all. It's nothing crazy. Lightsaber spatula! Yippee! Space spatula! Space feather duster. If you put space in front of it, it's from space. One time stream for crocheting. Love your guys' work. Thank you. Appreciate you watching. What are you crocheting? Part of me wants to learn how to crochet, but I know that if I start crocheting, I'll never stop, and I think that that's bad for my time consumption. She sells spring-loaded mops. What if it's like a mop that's like, if you flick it, it like turns into a broom? It's like, you know when you put like a scrub daddy under like hot water and it gets like soft, and then if you put it under like cold water it gets like solid, like that. But you just flick it and it goes from like a soft mop to like a hard bristle broom. How do you draw so fast? Lots of practice, just lots of it. Also a lot of exercises to get fast. Galaxy themed Loch Ness monster, I love it. Can you at some point crochet a cow in my honor? Like, it doesn't have to be anytime soon, just, like, in my honor, you know? Obviously, you don't have to do it. You don't want to. Just had more time to draw at school. I get it. It is my job, so I can kind of just draw all the time. Don't worry, he has breathing holes. Our teacher IRL? That's crazy, right? In your honor, I love the idea. Excellent. Thank you. Started digital art a few days ago. I love it. Excellent. I'm glad you enjoy. Digital is not for everyone, so it would also be okay if you found that you didn't like it. I had a couple friends who like would try digital art and it wasn't their thing, and I'm like, that's totally fine. I'm like, it's not for everyone. I get that. Space hose. You don't know, maybe somebody needs a hose. Space rope. Hempen rope. I just really like drawing clutter. I'm a huge fan of clutter, so I'm like, the more clutter I get to draw on this guy, the better. You know? No, hose. H-O-S-E. Like a hose that you spray water out of, chat. Don't look at me like that. Don't, that's your fault. That's all of your fault. You saw me drawing this. What did you think I was talking about? How dare all of you? All of you need to go in a timeout corner. Every single one of you. All my CC is clutter. It's too much fun. I love clutter. Clutter is just so fun to draw. All of you go in the timeout corner. All of you. Hang on, it's in shame. Yo, clutter obsessed in Sims? I see my Sims. Okay, hang on. I've just as a treat for myself. Hang on. Just as a treat for myself, I bought DLC. Hang on. As a treat for myself, I bought like DLC for the house because I don't want to mod objects, but I was like, I really wanted that like modern jungle kind of vibe, so I was like, there's way too many plants in this house. There's way too many plants in the Sims house that I have for like my friends. Like this is like the bedroom that I have. So I'm like, I need plants. Never too many plants. Correct. Correct. That is the correct answer. Yeah. It was fun to redo the house. Vanilla. I mod it for outfits and hair. That's what I mod The Sims for. But in terms of like just objects, I just use actual like no CC. So I was in the corner of that image. What was in the corner of what image? What did I do? Thank you for the tips you got on. I love your videos. Big time art nerd. Of course. I'm glad you enjoy. Class competition teaching style is really nice. Of course. I'm glad you enjoyed. I recognize you. I'm glad you enjoyed the composition class. It was a bit of a mess, I think. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. CC for clutter. Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah, no, my only custom content is for like outfits and stuff. Cause I'm like, I don't really want to I'm scared of, like, the actual, like the furniture themselves messing with the actual house. Like, if it's just clothes, I can just remove it. I guess I could do the same thing with, like, items, but I'm, like, scared of, like, them messing up with, like, interacting with the Sims and whatever, and I'm like, I don't want to break anything too much. Like, I put too much time into this one. I know this is supposed to be, like, a very sleek-looking alien, but I'm gonna give them big pant, because I feel like it. Because I think if they're gonna be, like, a merchant and they're going around a lot of places, I feel like they should have really big pants with really big pockets. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I feel like I want to give them big pant. You know? I hope you agree with my design decision. Because none of you will change my mind. Big pant. Yes. Space pants! Yes, space pants! You can give them silly little space shoes. So these guys have teeny tiny feet. Actually, these are too clean. Let's add some clutter. Say that this is like filled with like jewelry or something. Some papers. Space fish. Because I need to draw fish if I am drawing some kind of merchant. Like, if there's always gotta be fish somewhere. Really use Discord, unfortunately, even though I'm old enough. My parents are just really strict. Ah, getcha. Space pockets! Yes! Space snack that smiles back. Goldfish. So true. You know what? Amen. A plus. A plus to that. Space USB cord. That is absolutely broken on one end. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give this guy like a hair claw clip too that's just attached to here because I do that all the time. It's not for him, it's for him to sell. A bunch of pins. Hang on, I gotta look up what this looks like. Okay. The weird guy win? Long neck man wins. Long neck weird guy. Space dice, like D&D dice. You are so correct, actually. That is so true. Hang on. Weird guy. Weird guy. I think they're all weird guys. So like you're like, what did the weird guy win? And I'm like, they're kind of all weird guys. Hi, Quinn, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Not me not knowing how to draw D&D dice. It's okay, it's okay. I can draw a D4 real easy. Maybe there's a couple of them missing, too. Just for the added effect. Free comic book day, that's vibes! Oh, if it was free comic book day, then that means, like, the Silver Snail is definitely doing an event. I know Toronto Comic Arts Festival is coming up soon, too. I believe it's on the 19th, if I remember correctly. I might go. Like, I had a friend of mine, like, doesn't really want to go, but I kind of want to go on my own if they don't want to go. Very dangerous, half-broken cart. Okay, I think that's enough sketch. I should actually get to the finishing lines, because this is all just preliminary sketch. Let's do the cleanup. Do I like One Piece? That's a loaded question. I have no opinions on One Piece, because I have not seen it, but I don't enjoy the art style. Yeah. Like, I don't hate it, but because my partner loves One Piece, but I'm personally not a fan of the art style, so I have never indulged, and I do not have the time to indulge. The car googly eyes, just like, oh, those look a little more messed up than cute, I guess. Nintendo games. You must understand how many Kirby's I have on my desktop setup right now, and the fact that I am dating a Pokemon streamer, and I am in a Pokemon campaign. Yes, I like Nintendo games a lot. I am a huge Nintendo girly. I love lots of Nintendo IPs. I have a Kirby charm hanging from my phone. I've got 3 Kirby figurines, my Nintendo Switch, like, Pro controllers, at, like, the Kirby Power A1. I've got 5 little Kirby figurines sitting, 2 on either monitor, 1 on my camera, 1 on my microphone. My desk mat is, like, all of the Kirby, what do you call it? The Kirby mouthful modes from Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I have Kirby slippers. I have an army behind me. I kind of live dating. Yeah, my partner is a Pokemon streamer. If I was to make a cow if I were to make a cow in honor of you, would you be okay to tag you in the post? Yeah, of course, please. I would love to see the cow. You brought up Nintendo, so I'm putting the Splatoon sticker in here. Because somebody brought up a good point, like I should put stickers. The googly eyes, I should just generally put, like, stickers on here, honestly. Space stickers. Kirby army. Yeah, of course. I love Kirby, dude. I have been like a Kirby stan since like 2009. You must understand. My bread and butter. Kirby isn't as fun as it used to be. I liked the game more when it was more fast and spastic. That's fair. I love the direction of the Forgotten Land. I think that it's a really good refresh of what Kirby needed to be, because it's like, it's one of those things where, like, I think Kirby games had started to get kind of old. Like, with Star Allies, I'm like, I liked it, but it felt way too easy, and I'm like, it felt way too short, and I'm like, I want, like, a Kirby game that lasts longer, and is, like, more thought out, you know, and, like, I liked Star Allies in the way where it was, like, cute, but I could finish it in an afternoon. right? And then I was like, but Forgotten Lands, I 100%ed that one, and it would, like, it took me weeks, right? It took me a long time. What else? It gave me back that same feeling that I felt when I was playing, like, around the era of, like, Wii Kirby games, like Return to Dreamland and, Epic Yarn and stuff like that. It kind of gave me that same vibe from around that era, and I was like, I like this. Like, I enjoy this lots. NES and SNES were my favorite for Kirby. Here's the deal. I played, like, some of the older Kirby games, and I was like, they felt a little, like, I felt like there wasn't enough, you know? Like, I played, like, those ones and I was like, they're fun, but I'm like, I didn't, like, love them, right? Like, I think I played the original, Kirby Superstar versus Superstar Ultra, and, like, I could feel, like, the balancing difference, and, like, the difference in the feeling of, like, playing that game, and I'm like, okay, yeah, there's a reason why they made a second version of this one. So, because by comparison to the DS, it, like, felt really clunky on the original. It was, like, way too, like, the enemy spawn rate was too fast. It was, like, it really didn't feel like it gave you a breather, and I was like, okay. I'm like, I understand that kind of vibe. Merchant have a name? No, I didn't come up with a name for them because I have no clue what I would ever name this. Line art time. I could go on and on about Kirby. I'm just like, I'm like, I need to force myself to stop talking about Kirby because I will not shut up about Kirby ever. Oh, I'm weird or something. Super true. It would have to be, like, a name that has, like, an apostrophe in it somewhere, and I'm like, I don't know what to, like... Species-specific names. That's what I'm feeling. I'm like, I think that there's gonna be, like, some kind of, like, species-specific name that I'm like, I genuinely just don't know. And I'm like, I'm not about to figure that out really quickly. Because that's a lore dump that I'm not prepared for. Kev in. Talk about Kirby lore? No. I have to not talk about Kirby lore, actually. Or else this stream will derail way too much. Need to actually play a Kirby game. Which one would I even recommend you start with? The one I started with was Superstar Ultra. But I'm like, if you have a Switch, then, like, if you have Switch Online, you have, like, access to a bunch of Kirby games. Not just, like, the Forgotten Lands. I need to play the reboot of, what do you call it? It came out forever ago, but I need to play the reboot of, oh my god. Kirby's Return to Dreamland. They rebooted it for the Switch. I was like, sorry, I totally forgot. I blanked there. Because that's one of the few Kirby games I played that I never finished. Because, but the Galactica, the final boss was a little too hard for young Jess. So I never finished it. I had played the game up to, like, 99% completion, because I had also collected every collectible. The last thing I had to do was beat the boss. And I couldn't beat the boss. it was too hard for little old me, so I'm like, as an adult, I'm like, I should probably play it again and, like, vindicate myself, you know? One for the Switch, I think it's called The Forgotten Land. That is the Switch one! The Kirby and the Forgotten Land is very different by comparison to other Kirby games, but I love that. I love that it's, like, a new direction. I love that game to bits. I played it so much, and I 100%ed it. It was so fun. Listen, man, I just think it was really neat to see Kirby in, like, the leftover wastelands of Earth. I thought that was cool. Wearing a Kirby shirt? That's vibes. Dig that. How would you pronounce that, Phoebe? Is it like Remay? Remy? Rhyme is a great video game, though, if you wanted to look into it. Video game suggestions for a newbie? I'm thinking of taking up gaming. Ooh! That's tough, because there's so many different kinds of games. Like, if you've never, like, played a game before... do you have, like, games in the past that you've enjoyed maybe watching somebody play? Or, like, are there games that pique your interest the most? Maybe I can give my opinion if I've played or seen playthroughs. I don't know nothing about Kirby. I'm so ashamed. That's okay. All you need to know is that every Kirby game starts out really, really cute, and by the end, Kirby kills a god. That's all you need to know. Minecraft. That's vibes. You know what? Actually, a great start is Minecraft. Never touched a Switch. I've played Machinarium. Kindle game where you are a robot. I don't even know that one. That's okay. You don't have to touch a Switch. You're on a computer. You can play on a computer. It might actually be better if you play off of Steam or something. Try some classics. Maybe play Minecraft. Maybe play The Sims. Maybe play Stardew. What else? Maybe play a Mario game or two. You know what? Super Mario Wonder just came out. That might be a good one too. Sci-fi you could get into? Outer Wilds I heard was really good. Weirdly enough, I actually don't play a lot of sci-fi games. Subnautica is my choice. I love Subnautica. Favorite thing ever, but if you have a fear of the ocean, don't play it. Portal 1 and 2, great choices. I loved Robobot. Kirby Planet Robobot was really good. I liked that one a lot. I thought the idea of Kirby fighting against mechanized capitalism was really great, and then I loved the god trapped within the robot created by the capitalist empire, which then Kirby had to defeat both the robot and God. So I liked that a lot. I thought that was cool. For those who do not know Kirby, that is not a joke. That is genuinely what happened in that game. Finish Nessie. Have fun. Upload a photo. Have fun drawing Jessie. Bye, y'all. Bye. Have a good one. Love the ocean, but be good. Def check those out. Yeah, of course. Bye, Droll Fox. Lethal Company is good if you have friends. If you don't have friends, I'm sorry. But maybe you can find more friends in the Discord. Yippee! Marks is my favorite Kirby boss. Easily. Marks is my favorite Kirby boss. Favorite boss of all time, actually. Marks is just such, like, oh my god. Marks' design is, like, my favorite thing ever. I love, like, his body splits in half and, like, a black hole comes through it. I love the summon that he does where, like, nerves fall from, like, spread across the screen and, like, if you touch them, you get burned. God, I love Marks. I love, like, the space jester kind of vibe. So cool. Literally my favorite boss. Marks is the best. I also like content warning, but got old pretty fast. Oh, is that the one recently that came out, like, where you're like a content creator? I think I've heard of that one. Probably Jester character's gotta be one of my favorite genders. That's real. Oh yeah, Vlogger Lethal Company. Yeah, I didn't even try it. I swear that one was like a flash in the pan. I saw it for like 5 days and then like never came back. Trying to get into another Crab's Treasure. It's a great game. I've heard that it's pretty good. I've heard that it's like from the little that I've seen from it, I've heard that it's pretty good. I don't know what like games I've played recently that I can recommend. Because I've been watching my friends play more than I have been playing things. My partner just started playing Waltz of the Wizard, I believe it is. Which, it's a VR game. And it's very funny. I make so many Logan Paul jokes. Real. Yeah, no. Marks is a great time. Easily my favorite boss of all time. Like, that's easily my favorite Kirby boss. Weirdly enough, followed very closely by the most recent one. Because the Forgotten Land, I think, was revolutionary for the Kirby series. I'm like, I love the final boss of that game. It was actually kind of hard. Like, I had, like, played through that whole game without dying once, and then I got to the final boss and it took me, like, 4 tries. I was like, oh my god, this is actually kind of tough. Very neat. Thank you. Seriously, to start, you gotta play the classics. Minecraft, Portal 1 and 2, excellent choices. Recommend Ark, but it's shutting down currently. Ark is so, like, I'm so 50-50 on Ark. Because I'm like, I don't want to download 150 gigs. Star Citizen, if you have the money and patience. Is it, like... Hang on, am I thinking of the wrong game? Star Citizen. Oh yeah, it's still in development, isn't it? And it has been for, like, years, and, like, nobody knows if it's actually ever gonna be a game or not. I feel like that's not a great place to start. Play The Sims. You aren't playing a game where you're overthrowing the government or fighting God, are you actually playing a good game? Real. Opinions on FNAF, it should have stayed at 3 games. I'm like, I think FNAF as, like, a lore concept is, like, cool. But, like, in terms of, like, actual gameplay, I got bored really fast. You know? I'm like, in terms of, like, it is considered quote-unquote children's horror. It's not, like, I am a big horror nerd, so I'm like, I don't find the game scary at all. Lore-wise, I think it's interesting, but I think it's a little too convoluted. I think, like, a less is more approach could have been better for it. Like, the whole franchise, but, like, I understand, like, the pull of the fandom and whatnot. Random stuff I've already played. Yeah, that's fair. That's super fair. Colony Survival, RimWorld, Oxygen not included, puzzle games mostly. I am not a puzzle games person. I am just really bad at puzzles is all. I am not smart. So I'm like, puzzle games are not my thing. I remembered playing, oh gosh. It's not A Link Between Worlds. It's, Legend of Zelda games. I got it. Just give me a second. Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening for the Switch. I like the reboot. I was playing that one and I couldn't get one of the puzzles and my friend was like, Jess, it's this, and just did it for me and I was like, It wasn't even a hard one, it was like a sliding puzzle. I was just really bad at it. But yeah, I'm not really a puzzle games person. I think that they're cool, but I'm just not smart enough. Oh, you know what game I really liked? I really liked Stray. People were really upset that Stray was really short, but I'm like, I feel like that's what it needed. I'm like, if it was super, super long, I feel like it would have went on for too long, and I kind of like that it was short. I'm the kind of person who's like a game. I'm like, I want to play a game once and then never pick it up again. I'm like, I like really heavy story kind of games. Like, the only exception is Kirby, and even Kirby is, like, very, very, like, it still has a good amount of story to it. But I'm like, I love, like, walking sims. I love, like, just a lot of, I love adventure games. I love point and clicks. I love platformers. And also because I do not beat the female gamer allegations, I love take care games. So I love, like, The Sims. I played Palia. Love Stardew Valley, that kind of thing. The shooter games, went to puzzle, and I love building games. That's vibes. I stuck on the ice cave part in Pokemon Soul Silver for like months. Quinn, you want to know something that's gonna make you like see me different? When I was younger, I had Soul Silver. I played it like crazy, loved the game. Got right up to the final, like the Elite Four. Like, I got all the way up to there. And then I had a shiny Lugia too, traded to me. Definitely cheated in, but I was like, I didn't care. I liked my shiny Lugia. And then I stopped playing the game for a really long time, and then came back to it when I was maybe in 7th grade. And that was an era where I was really obsessed with, like, the Soul Silver Gen 2 characters. So it was, like, you know, Gold and Silver and, like, Lyra and all that. Like, I was really obsessed with all of them, like, that kind of, like, fandom. And I saw that I had named, for some reason, I had named Silver Aaron. And I was like, no, I'm not, like, I can't deal with that. I'm like, I can't deal with my fave being named something different than what he actually is. So I deleted my save. And because at that point in my life, I had realized I hated grinding, I never got past Gym 2. Ever again. So my Soul Silver copy, the actual, like, DS copy, is sitting in my, it's sitting in, like a little cartridge case that I have, completely unfinished. And I have never finished Soul Silver. Game's my favorite. Anybody know Chicory, A Colorful Tale? I recognize the name, but no, I have never played it. Didn't like Stardew Valley, even though my dad got it because he thought I'd love it. Felt too simple, too complicated at the same time. Love the art, though. That's vibes. Stardew is one of those games that you have to just sink a lot of time into it. And if you are not, like, a farming sim, like, kind of person, you will not like the game. My partner is not a farming sim person, so we could never really get into the Stardew Valley world that we had together. But, like, I love Stardew. Like, I love the kind of games like Stardew. But I'm like, but the thing with Stardew for me is, like, I'm not big on, like, combat, so I'm like, I much preferred, like, I much prefer to just always being, like, tilling the ground and, like, farming and whatever, while my partner always went into the cave. Meganium by Gym 2, because I refuse to use anything else. Didn't know how to use the PC until after I beat the game. That's crazy! Oh, you want to hear something else that'll make you hate me? I didn't know what a rare candy was until I was close to the end of the game, so if I ever found a rare candy, I was just like, free money, and I would just sell them. Same thing with, like, iron, zinc, calcium. Didn't know what they were, I just sold them. X attacks, that kind of thing. Sold them. Sold all my TMs, that's crazy. My first Pokemon game was Black and White, so I was old enough to have, like, you know, actually read what they did, but I didn't bother, because I just didn't feel like it. Like, if it's not dialogue, I didn't want to read it, so I just completely ignored it. Black and White, wow. Yeah, I was, like, I didn't pick up a Pokemon game until I was, like, maybe, like, 10. And, like, before then, I got really into the games previous. But, like, I really only got into Pokemon when I was around 9. So, like, I didn't really... Even though I was technically alive during the eras of, like, you know, like, Emerald and whatnot, I never played them. But I did play Platinum. I went backwards. So it was, like, I had Black and White, and then it was... I played Soul Silver, and then Platinum. And then I went back up after that. Sucked at Dead Cells. My brother loved it. I don't even know that game. The Final Station. Oh, is that the one where it's like... It's like you have to get through, like, 8 cycles or something? Because you need to go to, like, Station 8, if I remember correctly. Is that, like... Because I'm like, I think I've seen that one. Is it, like, the indie game? Hang on. The Final Station. Never mind. I have seen people play this one, though. But no, this was not what I was thinking. What was I thinking then? What was it literally just called Station 8? No. Stop 8. Game. I don't know. If somebody knows it, tell me. Train conductor to zombie apocalypse sorta. No, okay, so that was not what I was thinking of. Japanese copy of Heart Gold says nostalgic, didn't want to play $200 for a copy. That's vibes. I got, like, my copy of Soul Silver when it was $20 at an EB Games. And when it was still called EB Games. Because I just had them while they were still, like, out and normalized, I guess. Started to choose in Soul Silver, Chikorita. Because Chico is the best option. I think of you in the future. Thoughts on Baldur's Gate 3? I think they're fun. I think it's a fun game. I didn't play it, but I've watched all my friends play it, so I kind of know what happens, even though I've never played it myself. It deserved Game of the Year. So based. Chico is the best choice. Sorry. Chico is the best choice. I love Chikorita. Chikorita's so cute. I'm not competitive. I pick my Pokemon based on what they look like, and Chico is my favorite. Though I love all of the Gen 2 starters. I think they're all super, super cute. Love Toto, love Chico, love Cyndaquil. Meganium named Dino. Mine was named Camor. I don't know why. C-A-M-O-R. Because when I was a kid, my naming system was pick a name that has the same letter as the first letter of that Pokemon's name. So Camor, for some reason, was the name of my Chico to Meganium. Haven't played or watched anyone play it. Who should I watch if I were to watch a playthrough? I am uncertain because I didn't watch any playthroughs. I watched my friends play. Typhlosion was my boy. I love Typhlosion. Again, all the Gen 2 starters, amazing. I love them all. In my Pokemon D&D campaign that I play in, I have a Totodile. He wasn't my starter. Sharp wasn't my starter, but he was a little guy that I came across and caught him. My starter was a Blitzel named who I named Tempo. Because Blitzel is the best. And I don't care. May the 4th be with you! May the 4th be with you! I hope you're doing well. Chikorita should have had a longer neck because I saw some people redesign them with the neck to reflect their evos. No! I think Chico is perfect as a bean because the neck gets longer and longer. Because if Chico had a neck, then I couldn't draw if Chico had a neck, then I couldn't draw Chico like this, and, like, I think that that's, like, a crime. Because this is the only way to draw Chikorita, personally. Like, that's the only way you should draw Chikorita, really. Chico is... I love Chico. Finally off work so I can join y'all vibes. How was work? Forgot to start drawing. Hold up. Real. Did you make this brush yourself? No, I got it off of another artist. I literally just looked up Photoshop chisel brushes, and I found, like, the first Gumroad artist I could find, and this has become, like, my favorite brush ever. It's very comic-y. I think I enjoy that. Like, it feels very, very comic-y. It's made me want to get, like, an actual chisel brush, like, in real life. Or chisel tip brush. The chisel tip pen. That's it. What's everyone's favorite Star Wars characters? That's a great question. I'm trying to think. just give me a second. Trying to remember, not trying to remember people's names. I like the Jawas. They're my favorites. I like them. I think they're funny. I think they're very silly. Looks like it's blistering with Krita. That's okay. I'm already shrunk because I am little on this screen. Jawa love. My brother, when he was younger, went as a Jawa for Halloween, and my dad soldered like red lights to a pair of sunglasses so that it could look like he had like the glowing red eyes. It was great. Jawas are the best. They're the only things that I remember ever. I think they're silly. I think they're so fun. Oh, the Clone Wars. Golden R2-D2, I forgot what it was called. Great question. Bad Batch has also been really good. My dad really likes Bad Batch. I'm like, it's the same animation team as the Clone Wars animated, right? Made movies, but I had a toy. I have no clue. Yes, it is. Okay, I thought so. I'm like, the animation seemed really familiar. I'm like, it's such a, like, a specific art style. Bad Batch, I've only heard good things, and my dad really likes it. Fun take on the Star Wars perspective from a super new... Star Wars universe is a super new perspective, yeah. Can't abide those Jawas. Disgusting creatures. They're just little guys! Jawas are just little guys. They're just a little silly. You can't blame him. He's only a little guy. Do a quick kibi doodle. Kibi. Shun to the Jawas, they're the little guys who are like in hoods. They're like all covered black here. They've got like little hands. And then they have like red eyes. And that's it. And they just walk around and they go, "Woodie!" Like that's it. Yeah. I like them for their noise. Woodie! They're so silly. I love them! So silly. Even though the muscles in my hands could get sore. Oh yeah. As an artist, I knew that the muscles in my hands could get sore. Remember those guys? Yeah! I love their sound. I love their sound, and I think that they're so silly. They're like thieves, I think. Have we ever seen what a Jawa looks like under the hood? Do you see them? Hang on. They're just little guys. Like, unironically, look at them. They are just little guys. Nobody knows what they look like under the hood. They're just little guys. Sillies! They're sillies! Human traffickers for robots? Yeah, that's it! I think that's it! Scrappers and thieves. Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember, like, because everybody hated the Jawas, but I'm like, but they're so cute! They're just little guys! They are the hood. Oh. That would be kind of vibes, honestly, if that was the case. Underneath his bones, I see. Underneath his bones and flesh. That's all. Honestly, it would be pretty vibes if that was the case. I would dig that design a lot. If the hood was like just skin. That would make me love the Jawas even more, I think. I apologize if you can hear the motorcycle outside. TADC. I don't know what that acronym stands for. Oh no, no, it's D&D. No, help. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, the Amazing Digital Circus. Amazing Digital Circus. I do like the show a lot. I have not seen the new episode. Please, nobody spoil it for me. The Ewoks under the hood? No, no, no. So Jawas are just their own thing. Jawas are a whole different thing by comparison. Like, the Ewoks are also little guys, but they're, like, a totally different thing. Thanks for my art. No problem! It's very cute. Spoiler alert, Pomni panics again. I see. I have seen Murder Drones. It is not my thing. I found it was a little, the humor type was not mine. I thought it was a little too much in terms of, like, I thought the humor was just kind of meh. And like it kind of like, I think it's just not, like, I am not the correct audience. So it was not my thing. I like the Amazing Digital Circus a lot. I do not really like Murder Drones. I thought they were a bit too much. And I'm just not the target audience. The story was too hard to follow for me. For me, it was just like, I thought that the humor was just very, like, it reached that level of self-aware where it no longer felt like fun. It was just kind of like, it felt like beating a dead horse, and I was like, I'm not a fan of this. I was just very meh about it, you know? Fair, yeah. Favorite from... I don't really have a favorite. I kind of just like them all. I think that they're very fun. I think in order for me to gain a favorite, I have to watch enough of it, and like only one episode has come out, so I'm like, I didn't really latch on to anyone immediately. King and Pomni, fair enough. I'm the type of person who has to watch enough of it. Like, I started watching Dungeon Meshi with my partner, Delicious in Dungeon, and, like, I didn't, Chill Chuck is my favorite, but I didn't, like, get to that conclusion until we were, like, 3 episodes away from, like, being caught up. You said it, yeah. No, it's very good. I enjoy it a lot. It's a really good show. We're not exactly caught up. We're still behind by 1 episode, as in like the newest one, so no spoilers, please, but I enjoy the show a lot. Get around to watching that. Yeah, man. Yeah, free comic books day. Free comic book day and May the 4th. Free comic day, never heard of it. Like, if you go into a comic book store, you can get a free comic. Hi. Yeah, yeah, it's specific stories. You can go in and they'll be like, oh, happy free comics day, and you get a free comic. Sometimes it's with a purchase, sometimes it's without. Depends. Depends on the store. Is that a Canada thing? I don't think so. As long as as far as I know, because Quinn said it, I'm like, I don't know. I have some kid comments to give to my friend's nephew. Completely skipped my mind. He's probably not old enough to reach yet. LOL. Free Comics Day. Yippee. It's in the US too. Yeah. That's what I thought. I'm like, it feels like it's also a US thing. Ohio has been a long time thing here. Oh, my partner's from Ohio. I'll be coming down to Ohio in July. So, that's neat. Buy comics of all the stuff I need in the library. That's vibes. I get that. Read all the Outlaw books via my library. That's good. It's good. Go to libraries. Libraries are good. Support your local libraries. This might end up being lines only, by the way. We'll see how this turns out. Thoughts about the Ohio memes? I always thought they were funny. Started reading One Piece at the library. That's a lot. Local library is the richest looking building in my area. The people here love them books. That's good. That's very good. One of these haven't tuned in since the Biblically Accurate Angel stream. Welcome in. Welcome back. Genuinely don't know why there's memes about Ohio specifically. Dude, they just pick a place. Kind of like the British people memes. It's like you just pick a place to make fun of for a bit. You know? One of Yorkshire? What about it? And the French, yes. The French are also a very easy target. Dude, I was so, like, productive with personal work, like, this week. I was also productive with commissions. I finished a couple, like, I didn't finish a couple commissions, but, like, sent off a couple sketches. But, like, I think if within the span of, like, 2 days, I sketched out, like 8 or 9 comic pages. Like, I zoomed through them because I was just really into, I felt the comic bug bite me again, and I felt like I just really needed to complete more pages, and, like, I just absolutely chugged through them. It felt great. Do I do any photography? I do it as a hobby and getting pretty good. I usually use my own photographs for art reference and inspo. My father and my brother are both photographers. My dad is a professional photographer. He used to do furniture photography and portrait photography. My brother, because he works at the same place my dad does, he has gotten really good with photography as well. So I am not a photographer, but I grew up around them. So, well done. What camera do you use? Oh. Have a partner. Partner, I just don't know what it means. Partner is just like, yeah, it's like girlfriend, boyfriend. More commonly people would use it if it was like a, you know, like a, what do you call it? If you have like a non-binary person who you are with, or if you know, are like, you know, if you're gay or whatever, you might want to say that for your partner. But a lot of like people who are like in heterosexual relationships also use it just to normalize the term, because it's just easier to say that, right? My partner is very openly non-binary, he, they, but like we are very straight passing. Regardless, though, it's like it's just the normalization of the term. I think it's just why we say partner more than we say boyfriend and girlfriend. Really great for learning composition. 100%. I always teach my comic lessons in a way that relates to photography and cinematography. So it's the principles are really, really good to know. In my opinion. I think that they're really, really important to know. I've been told that France is like the New York of Europe, and I'm not sure how to react. I genuinely don't know that. I'm like, I cannot, like, answer that at all. God, sorry, I'm dying. Give me a second. Oh my god, hang on. Just a second. Sorry. I was just a lot of coughing that I didn't want you guys to hear. I was drinking water and it went down the wrong way. Don't mind me. Olympus Tough waterproof digital camera. Got a frame scratched up from a teacher's friend. Zoom is awful. It's pretty handy and drop proof. That's nice. My family, my brother and my dad use Sony's. Please don't die. Yeah. I'm not planning on it. Not anytime soon, at least. Let me like live a full life first or something. Yeah, we're fine. We're good. Thought all artists wanted to die. It's just a little facetious. That's all. It's a little game we play. I only want to die like sometimes. That's the thing. Is it's never permanent. It's never permanent, and it's always like hyperbole. That's why we have naps. Super true. Seasonal artist depression. That's it. Take a nap and generally things go back to normal. Take a nap or take a shower. That also helps. Showers also help a lot, actually. It is underrated how much showers help sometimes with mental health. Sometimes all you need is a good, nice shower. You come out feeling fresh and epic, and it's great. Half an hour until stream's over, or have anything else that's happening in half an hour, or... Oh. A good bath. I live in a house with 1 bathroom and 6 siblings. Sheesh! It's okay. This means that you need to hog the bathroom sometimes. Oh, a short, lol. I didn't hear about this. This is news to me too. Like, other than, like, obviously, like, the notification at the beginning of stream. 7 siblings, 1 moved out. Not so. I have 1 sibling, and I think that that's all that I could ever take. We're both adults, so the beef is not there, but the beef was crazy when we were kids. But I mean, like, sibling beef is always kind of crazy. 6 siblings too? Wow. Taught me great lessons in respecting people's space. Also how to be a good parent for the future and babysitter for now. Good monies. I have lots of practice. Nice. Hi, Kay. How are you doing? I'm sorry I woke you up this morning. Was not my... I guess it wasn't even morning. It was like afternoon. Berg brother ate my Totino's pizza 12 years ago and I still think about it. Yeah. I get that. It's so funny that you still think about that. I genuinely can't remember any beef with my brother because it was all just so, like, little kid beef, you know? I'm about to get it. Now it's just a lot of, like, boxes. And I'm like, this is, like, the non-interesting part of, like, the lighting process. It's like, I gotta just line, like, straight lines. At least it's fast, I guess. Older brother once told me... Oh, once told me off for saying tube instead of tube. From the UK. Ah, tube. Took the tube. Which I'm pretty sure is, like, British for subway. I genuinely don't know. But, like, what... I know it's transportation, right? Like, if you say you took the tube, it's like a transportation of some kind, I think. He says tube. Ah. Destroyed my Diego Lego set after I had just set it up for a game and I'm still mad about it. It's a train, I think. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like some kind of transport, right? I genuinely don't know. Little cart, by the way. Thank you! I also like the little cart. I think it's fun. I think it's a little silly. Do you like the little creature that I have in the jar? Very hip, as Kevin would say. So true. cute little blob creature. What a funny little guy. What a funny little creature. I love critters. I love creatures. I think creatures are cool. Have you guys ever seen, if you like bugs, if you don't like bugs, don't look this up. It's a specific type of bagworm. It's the, hang on, I got it. Hang on, I got it. Hang on. The bagworm moth caterpillar. If you don't like bugs, don't look it up. But I highly recommend looking it up if you like silly little guys and don't mind bugs. The bagworm moth caterpillar. Because they are extremely silly. And I enjoy them greatly. The one Chaba ate and swallowed whole? Yeah, that is 100% a silly little guy. He's a little gross for my tastes, but he is silly. He look chill, for real, yeah. Turn into an edited video later? I don't think so. If I had to guess, there might be shorts that come out, but I'm like, I didn't really, like, today was very much like a very chill kind of like no real lesson happened, I guess. It was just a lot of just drawing and conversation. I don't really think I said anything of note. Like, maybe this will just be turned into a speed paint, but I'm like, in terms of like an actual video, I don't know. Like, just a little like speed paint for like a short or something. But I'm like, I'm not sure about actual video. Could be a video. Then I'm like, I don't know what I would say. I'm like, there's no real thought process. This is my head empty kind of design. I'm like, I'm not really thinking at all. I'm kind of just like, I feel like drawing this, and I just go for it. I have no thought processes going on right now. I smell food downstairs. Hungry. It's okay. I'll get food afterwards. So nauseous right now. Lie down. Get some water. Drink some sugar water. Stare at the ceiling. One food downstairs. Update our selection. It's really no better than to eat Mexican food with a stomach disability. Oh, it's good though. It's okay. No regrets. No regrets. I need you all to understand how weird it is sometimes to get reminded that we're a fairly popular YouTube channel. So one of my students today, exclamation point classes, one of my students, she told me that like they showed one of the videos from our channel in like her like school's art class, and I think I got whiplash, I think. Thank you for the $10 dono, Joe. Appreciate it as always. Like I think I like my soul left my body a little bit. She was like, yeah, they just showed your, like, video, and I was like, haha, that YouTuber, that's my instructor. And then I had another student once tell me that, like, oh yeah, it's so weird to, like, say that, like, one of my favorite YouTubers is, like, my teacher. And I'm like, that's weird to think about. Weirdly, like, hate that. I'm like, I don't want to think about that. That's responsibility. That's a lot of responsibility. Please go back to art school. Try not to think about it too much, yeah. Recommend you in particular, but also Wing Canvas in general to all my art friends. I appreciate it. It's very strange. It is extremely surreal. It kind of feels like the same way as, like, I guess it's just kind of a weird out-of-body feeling, because I'm like, oh yeah, I grew up with a lot of YouTubers, and now I am, like, somebody's favorite YouTuber, I guess. I'm like, that's weird. Like, that's strange to think about, you know? It's like, I guess I am somewhat popular. I don't know, I'm just a guy. I'm just some guy, I think. Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage. That's all. Someone will say what is lost can never be saved. I don't know if I'm like a gremlin. I'm like, I feel like I don't have gremlin energy. At least not publicly. I don't know, Kay, are you still here? Am I a gremlin? That's somebody who knows me outside of stream better. As some guy myself, I can confirm it's quite nice. Yeah, same. It's like I would say my brother is like a gremlin or a goblin, but I'm like, I don't think I am. Different people tell me I have koala energy. I don't know what is meant by that. I can't answer that. I genuinely don't know either. Or half gremlin? I genuinely don't know. Like, I don't think I'm a gremlin. I think I'm just, like, I'm just here. If anything, I'm closer to, like, Larry from Pokemon, I think, on streams. Like, this is kind of the persona I put on for streams. Joining your guys' Discord. I had bad experience with public service in the past. I think I'll check it out sometime anyway. Yeah, come vibe. I'm usually just in the members chat. Like, if you become a member, hey, people in there, pretty chill. I enjoy those people. Coming to me, Jessie. Alright. I don't know how to feel about that, but, like, thanks. I'll take that as a compliment. How much time we got? Oh, we got plenty of time. Koala's brains are completely smooth, by the way. I hope that's real, because, like, same. Or are they calling you Smooth Brain? Quinn? Because a mermaid. I heard somebody say someone is either a mermaid or a fairy person. I'm seeing something. I am more of a mermaid person, but I'm slowly, like, leaning on fairies. Just like me! There you go! I think it's because I'm clingy. Ah, perhaps, perhaps. Yeah, genuinely can't answer that question. I have no clue what it means to be like a koala. Oh gosh. Dying. It's okay. I'm okay. What brush are you using, by the way? I am using a chisel brush. Chisel brushes are really easy to find. They're, like, with every program, probably. Except for maybe, like, MediBang, which uses, like, proprietary brushes. But, like, if you use a program where you can upload your own brushes, like, it is really easy to find a chisel if they don't really have any. If they don't already have it, because chisels are, like, a staple of the industry. But yeah, it's my sharp chisel. Sharp chisel is a name that I gave it. That's not actually what the brush is called. It's from a chisel brush pack that I got off of Gumroad. I literally just looked up Photoshop chisel brush and I found like the first artist there on Gumroad who had it. And it's been my favorite brush ever since. Struggling getting excited about designing an OC that's separate from stuff I find from others. It's also difficult to explain my ideas regarding my character's theme or clothing choices. That's fair. I am very much a character designer. I love designing characters and creatures. So I am like, I find my own fun with it, I think. I had to design a new character for the comic I'm working on, and I love her. I won't even get to draw her for a really long time, but I'm really excited to. I think she'll be really fun to work with. Her name is Marigold, and I'm really excited to draw her more. I design characters as well, but I don't ever find what I like, I suppose. I never get super interested in my designs. Maybe you need to, like, make something super self-indulgent. Like, think of the characters that you, or maybe make, like fandom-based characters. Like, maybe you want to make, like, your own version of, like a character from, like, a universe you already, like, really enjoy. Like making, like, a Pokemon character. Or something like that, you know? Like a Pokemon trainer, like, kind of character. It's like finding, you gotta find your own fun with your work, you know? It's like, what's the point of art if you don't find your own fun with it, you know? Star Wars. Well, there you go. Make a Star Wars character. Just Kirby OCs. Yeah. I'm not really the type of person to make, like, fan characters of, like, shows and whatnot. That's not really my vibe, usually. Not anymore. It used to be. I've gotten maybe a little older, but I'm like, I don't know, not really my thing, generally. Play D&D and find it hard to separate an OC from D&D character creation, but I try and base it on those designs. You've come to the right place. The best thing with D&D characters is, like, you really don't need to separate that. Like, just, it is a character creation kind of game, and if you, like, want to create a character that can also be set in, like, a D&D sort of sphere, like, you're really only limited by, like, I guess, like, forcing yourself to classify them as something. But, like, even then, like, let's take Dragonborn. Like, there's no exact way a Dragonborn should look. You can just kind of flavor it however you want, you know? Like, look at Korn. Korn is, like, the weirdest dragon. Like, Korn's my Dragonborn son. Yeah, can I find one where he's, like... Sure, let's do this one. Like, I haven't written anything that doesn't... Like, look at him. This is my Dragonborn. He's like, he's got a triangle for a head. He's like Phineas Core, you know? I'm like, you can do whatever you want. Corn designs, dude. Yeah, Corn's just silly. He's based on a magpie, so... You know, just have fun with it. Go crazy. Love Corn. My son. He's just doing his best. Corn got to eat a really big steak last session, so he's very content. Tulips are very pretty, yeah. Occasionally make inspired characters, wouldn't specifically make them for that world specifically, yeah. I am the type of person who, like, makes characters for a specific purpose. I'm like, if I need this, if I'm designing a character, it is because I need them for something, right? I'm not really the type who designs a character just on a whim. And, like, it's like the most recent characters that I have been designing have either been for, like, D&D, like, games, or, like, the comic that I'm writing, or, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm like, I don't tend to design characters just because I feel like it. They always tend to just have, like, some kind of purpose. I'm like, I need you for something, so it's like, I create the character. Named him Corn instead of Corin. Finding out through stream one day. What, you mean like Corin, like the dragon from, what do you call it? The dragon character from Fire Emblem. I have never played a single Fire Emblem game. I design D&D gods, goddesses for my campaign. It's great for learning character design fundamentals. 100%. I, like, D&D, like, really helped me get out of, like, same face, same body syndrome because every character is so different. And it's, like, it really, really helps in that regard. Yeah, no, Corn's name came to me just, like, it was, like, a brain, like, a thought that just entered my brain one day, and I was like, can't get this out of here now. So I named him Corn, and, like, I based his design off of the meme that's like, I would sell your soul for one corn chip. And Corn's last name is Chip, by the way. C-H-I-P-P-E. So yeah, Corn is designed based off of a meme. So... Want to draw if my hand hurts? Do not draw then. Chill. Take a break. This is me telling you, don't draw right now if your hand hurts. That's Corin, though? I thought it was with a C. Because of, like... I don't know, that's how it was spelled in Smash Bros. You're talking about, I just thought Corin because... Didn't know what you were talking about, that was Corin, because that's an actual name. Oh! I see! See, my brain made the connection of, like, a video game. But no. My hand hurts and drawing is simply choose different hobby from my vast collection of things. That's vibes. Boxing again, and my hand wraps, so I Quinn. Yeah, no, get some ice. Put some ice on your hands. Like druids, it's my hyperfixation. I have a thing where my D&D characters, I do not want two of them to look anything alike. I don't want two of them to look anything alike, and I try not to make the same class twice. I'm like, Corn was my very first character, Dragonborn Barbarian, but then it's like every other character of mine has never been the same. Here, I'll show you all my characters. I love taking a look at all my characters because I don't want them all to be the same. I'm like, different genders, different species, different heights, different sizes, different body types. I'm like, I want something different every single time. There are no two people in here that are the same thing. I'm like, these two, Kingsley and Arrow, them two are like my warlocks, like they're both warlocks, but like, obviously, like Arrow is a tiefling, Kingsley's just a human guy, and I'm like, I want something different each time. I'm like, I don't want the same two things ever. It's like, we've got a tiefling, human, satyr, dragonborn, Water Ganassi, Goblin, Centaur, Warforged. Such a fun and cool cast. Yeah, they're all for different things. Like, they're not- none of them have met, ever. Indie Race is mentioned. Yeah, man. This is the girl with white hair. This is Etelan. She's my Warforged. She's based on a doll. Make a dwarf card. Maybe one day. Make a character in something. Love her. Yeah. I'm gonna get to play her pretty soon. In a couple months. I'm excited to figure out how to play her. She's my Warforged bard. My Warforged bard, who looks like a porcelain doll. Who is also 5'11". she's very tall. Like your funny words, Magic Man. Hi, Faye. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. So pretty to me. Yeah. It's just because she's down to her factory settings, so it's like she doesn't have any paint put on her yet. It's like as if she has like the plastic is down to like its base, you know? Star Wars Day, May the 4th, man. No, they forgot your ranch. Hello, Crow. Sue them. I'll burn the place down. I won't do that. On a stream, I will not do that. In Minecraft. Yeah. I've been here listening. Hi. Hope you're doing well. I hate ranch. Wrong. Wrong opinion. I'm kidding. You can have whatever opinion you want. It's okay, even if you're wrong. The /J, yeah. The audible /J, yeah. I need to give I'll break free my IRL personality. That is way too close to how I envision my D&D characters. My characters, here's how you do it, right? You don't try to break away from that. You just pick a couple parts of your personality that you can put into your characters. How I play Corn is I essentially just let my thoughts win every single time. And Corn just kind of says the first thing that pops into his head all the time. So he is like... He's very nice, but he is a little... He doesn't always think. He kind of just says things. Okay, give the rich to me, I'll have it. Yeah. It is very fun to play Corn, because he's also a little kid, so he's very... Corn has gained my, like, fear of, like, disappointing higher figures. And just general want to help in a lot of ways. Like, the inability to say no sometimes. And that's kind of, like, what I put into Corn. Corn says the most wise thing imaginable randomly. Yeah, he just kind of pulls... He puts his two brain cells together and then says something wise sometimes. Play the gun wizard because he canonically has brain damage. That's vibes. Absolutely wrong to not like rain. Got introduced to D&D fairly recently by a homie I met at frat party. It does sound like super fun. It is very fun. It is super, super fun. Love D&D. Yeah, May 4th today is also free comic book day. I heard. I'm like, I was kind of like, I'm like, oh, I should have gone to like a comic book store. It's like, I didn't have time, obviously, today. I had to teach classes, but like, you know, maybe I should have. Who knows? Character has tendency to not ask for, like, the character shtick. Oh, I see. Yeah. No, my character is very... Corn is very, like, just a child. Corn's a kid. He does his best and tries to keep track of everything that's going on, you know? But, you know, it's a bit hard sometimes. He's just trying. He's trying. That's all. Wish next Amulet was out. I'd love to get that for free for my brother and I. Oh. Amulet, I grew up with Amulet, dude. I have most of the volumes. I think I'm missing, like, the most recent one, which I know came out a while ago, but, like, I think I'm missing that one. Choose the campaign, explode himself with his rocket launcher, medic OC, found his... Oh no! That's crazy. It's so funny. He's a little silly. He's just a little silly. That's good. That's been my thing recently. Is I've just been saying things are very silly. Like, it's so silly. I don't know why. It's just, it's fun to say it. I have a character idea that feels unique and want to play now soon. Vibes, go for it. Silly life is a good life. So true. Silly life is a good life. A barbarian is able to rage only when they drink hot sauce. Strapped head to toe like a military soldier with a bottle at the ready. That's really funny. Corn's a barbarian. He, depending, because they never specify that rage has to be anger. So Corn specifically, when he rages, depending on the, like, emotion he's feeling that's really intense, he might lose his memory. So it's like if he's, like, it's been a while since it's happened because he's kind of, like, learned to try and control it. But he, like if he gets really angry or really excited, he might just completely forget that the combat ever happened. And he's just like, well, oops. You know, if he's scared though, or if he's sad, then he will always remember the combat. Because then he's just like, he doesn't want to be there. But then I got to homebrew a 5th one, which I called Hyper Focus. And it's like Corn is like locked in. He is there. He is present. And with that one as well, we homebrewed it. I'm able to cast spells while raging. With Hyper Focus specifically. It's a wisdom save, if I can do it. But if not, then like I, go back to a different kind of rage. But it's cool. It's a fun little homebrew thing. Homebrew is life. Good soup. Good soup! It's cool. Yeah. Because normally when you rage, you can't cast spells. So only if I hyper-focus, I can cast spells. And Corn has silvery barbs. So it's great. I'm like, I try and hyper-focus with him as much as I can. But if not, then like it's okay. It's not the end of the world. No, he wasn't the first time that happened. He's slowly losing his mind with every resurrection. Oh no! Hello, welcome in. Oh dang, we're so close to the end and I'm actually like, I'm pretty good with this. I'm like, I don't think I need to... I already said I probably wasn't gonna color this, lines only, so... Because this is kind of intricate. Do you see how, like, sharp this chisel brush is, though? It's awesome. I'm like, I dig this thing so much. I am a huge fan of very, very textured brushes. I'm like, I can't really deal with brushes that are too smooth, so I'm like, I really like the feel of this chisel that's, like, very sharp, but always has, like, just a little bit of texture that gives, like, the whole thing... It feels weirdly traditional. Like, it feels very, like, it handles very much like a more traditional liner, I think. And I think that's why I really enjoy it. Or at least part of the reason. Don't mind me as I've had some very quick, like, black shading some parts of this. Currently brought far away from a comic book store that would participate in... Aw, too bad. That's alright. I haven't watched a stream in a where you color the drawing in a long time, so this is normal for me. Yeah. I find that there just ends up being, like, not enough time. Like, if I want to color it. Just because, like, I end up chatting with you guys, or, like, I get distracted, or whatever, and then it ends up being like, oh, whoopsies. You know? Or I get a little too ambitious with the lines, and then it ends up not being finished that way. But, yeah. We'll just give him like a flat color. Kind of fill in. Oops. Am I missing anything? Oh, yes, I am. Good, good, good. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Ugh. It's okay. I'll just fill that in a second. Oopsie doopsie. There we go. Just fill in the missing spots. Wonderful. And then we can give him a little shadow. We'll drop shadow down here. Vibes. Alright. I dig it. I think that the lines are cool in this one. I actually like the line work in this one a lot. I think it's cool. I've been loving this chisel brush. Like, I've been loving the vibe of the chisel brush. It's super cool. Kalashtar Druid, pretty neat, except for the Eberron setting. Damn homebrew, we have a dual personality situation. I like Kalashstars. I have a friend who plays a Kalashtar, or they were like a false Kalashtar because like they were like two twin siblings who fused into one being. Just based on it was like the universe started breaking, so they ended up fusing into one sibling, so then they became like a false Kalashtar kind of thing. But alright. Thank you all. Whoa, voice crack. Thank you all so much for joining today. Don't know too much about the channel, don't know too much about us. Hey, Wayne Canvas. We're not just a YouTube channel, we're an art school. And a school of illustration as well. WayneCanvas.com. Come check out the classes that we offer. You know, me, I'm a mentorship instructor. And digital art teacher. And this summer we have camps coming up. We have the camps coming up for this summer. I will be running our very first hybrid course. Partially synchronous, partially asynchronous. Hey, pop into that. Means you can do it kind of on your free time. Take a check out what we got there. Oh, I totally forgot to remove this. Our next, what do you call it? If you don't know too much about us, these JPEGs will always be available on the Discord, !Discord. Hey, come join us. Come chat with the other art nerds. Come chat with the rest of the people who are part of this community. Come chat with me. Come chat with some of the other people. Well, actually, you'll only really chat with me much if you join the Patreon. Patreon or become a member, YouTube member. Thank you so much to our patrons and our YouTube members. Without them, these kind of streams, these kind of videos would not be possible. So, you know, please be sure to, you know, come check them out. Check out the memberships. We have weekly live critiques in the Discord for members, with different instructors. And you can just generally chat with us too over there. Yeah, vibes. This coming tomorrow, you guys are going to be with, who are you with tomorrow? Tomorrow you're with Iggy, who will be finishing your artwork on stream, so be sure to check that out. Pretty sick. And then next week, Saturday, we will have Faye, who will be painting a flower bouquet for Mother's Day. So be sure to check that one out. Check Faye out. Painting traditionally next week. But alright, thank you all so much for joining me this week. and I'll see y'all in a little bit. It's not gonna be in 2 weeks because there's no stream on the 18th, and then I won't be back, and then am not gonna be available on the 25th. So I actually won't be back for like 3 or 4 weeks. So I won't be back for a long time. But I mean, I hope you have fun with the other streamers. All right, au revoir, bye bye.